Mr. Ozzie Powell, you and the rest of the Scottsboro boys have already been sentenced to death for your vile actions. Why do you continue to make an uproar? What reasons are behind your bringing this issue to the Supreme Court, Your Honor? My friends and I have been wrongly accused of raping 2 white women. The court was influenced by the mobs of angry white men protesting outside the courthouse. Please, Mr. Powell, you and the Scottsboro boys were unanimously decided to be criminals by a vote of 6-1 by the Alabama Supreme Court, Your Honor. The Alabama Supreme Court's decision was corrupted by racism. In our first trial, we didn't meet with our attorneys until minutes before our trial. The jury of our peers was made up of all white males, which is hardly fair. Well, Mr. Powell, as true as that may be, it still doesn't explain the testimony of the victims and the testimony of some of your own peers, Your Honor. After the initial trial, the victim Rudy Bates recalled her testimony. Many of the defendants accused us, their friends, out of fear and in hopes of gaining amenity or requital. Hello everyone, this was a reenactment of the Powell v. Alabama Supreme Court case held in 1932 in which 9 teenage African-American men were accused of raping 2 white women on a train. Through the trials, the accused faced racial prejudice, false confessions, and prosecutorial misconduct among other injustices. The Supreme Court overruled the lower courts. The court came to the conclusion that the accused were not given an impartial and deliberate trial. They were denied the right of counsel, and were tried before juries from which qualified members of their own race were excluded. This case proved to be significant because it gave Americans insight into the racial injustices practiced by the Southern courts. This case marked the first time that the Supreme Court used the 6th Amendment to guarantee effective assistance of counsel to the accused. This case set a precedent of right to effective counsel and reaffirmed the 14th Amendment's right to equal protection under the law.